My first gen superpower is my self-awareness. I know who I am. My experience is warranted. I know that I have something to say, but I think it starts with my own self-value and my own self-worth.
Being willing to ask for help and go out on them. I don't know, or I've never navigated this path. Be vulnerable, ask people for help, and then working hard, not let somebody tell you no, that you can't achieve this, and just not listen and just forge ahead and just keep doing the best that you can, and typically good outcomes come.
My experiences being first generation, growing up low income, being a gay man of color, and being an immigrant, someone who is important here, is a superpower. It's what makes me, and I own that.
My superpower is just being able to continue to be motivated. I think it's reminding myself that I have the ability to succeed, being around my family who I've also seen work hard towards their goals.
The resilience comes with a lot of the obstacles and struggles that a lot of first generations face, whether it be imposter syndrome, which is I still feel to this day, and also not forgetting where I came from. Always remind myself where I came from, whether it be my great-grandmother raising me, my family. That any profession, the biggest fulfillment is giving back in a very fruitful, virtuous, and meaningful way.
I would say my first gen superpower is my advocacy. I speak because those patients, those students, they were me. At the time, I didn't feel like anyone would speak for me. I always feel empowered to speak up.
Just being constantly kind of questioning about whether this is something that is expected. There's just some things that you're like, oh, I just expect people to do this, but that's not always the case. Being able to constantly kind of step back and be like, is this something that I can expect someone to do? Is this something that like they might be a little bit more like scared or wary of?
I think that what my first gen experience adds to the table in the classroom is another perspective. Me and all of my classmates, all of us have such vastly different life experiences, different paths to medicine. And so I feel like it's a privilege for me to be able to share my experiences with them while also being in a space where I've experienced a significant amount of social mobility.
I think my first gen superpower is freedom. There aren't constraints. I don't know what's supposed to happen, what the normal course of action is, and so forth. So I get to create it. And I know that's not for everybody. I know some people would like something that's more kind of laid out for them. And I'm just not very good at fitting into a box. I'm better when, it's a blank slate.